There's a question from Matthew Griffith in Wallasey, and Matthew says it's quite likely that you will one day encounter the people who actually carried out the attack, and I presume he means the attack obviously on Martin Georgiev. How will you deal with that situation if it arises?
I think just deal with it as you go on. I'm not cut from the same cloth as them, so I don't see no problem, no.
Because clearly Liverpool's a small city,
yeah.
isn't it? You know, the chances are that you will come into contact with them or their family or their friends perhaps. And I know Joe, that's something that you're always mindful of, isn't it? How small Liverpool is, and I would imagine you'd just tell Michael to carry on as he is, very dignified. And
I mean, it's Michael's a young man that's remained, as I said, dignified and calm throughout this process, and remarkably so. I think Michael's received many letters from people who've offered counsel and wise comments about how he deals with it. And there was I think an old woman that wrote to Michael over a period of time who says about not letting it eat him up or not eat away. And I think Michael has to remember that, as he said himself, he's not cut from the same cloth as the people that carried out this vicious and horrific attack on Martin Georgiev. So he's got to look forward to his future, his life, and his families. And I'm sure when the day occurs when he will bump into them, that hopefully Michael will just turn the other cheek, walk away, because he's better and a better class of person than the people that we're talking about.
Yeah. Another question, Michael, from Matthew in Wallasey. It has been stated on message boards on the internet that a member of your family claims that on the night in question, again he's talking about the night,
yeah,
you entered your hotel room by climbing up a drain pipe and going in through the window. What are your comments on that?
The first I've heard about me doing it, I think my statement clearly says, and it's I've always said it along now, I've got on a lift and walked along. But I think he's got mistaken by a witness who said that his room was below mine, so he climbed up one room up onto another one, and that's how he's got in. So yeah, I think it's just conflicting reports there.
And just to say that, of course, the Bulgarian concierge, the porter at the hotel, who was on duty that night, describes Michael going upstairs to his bed using the lift. He talks about Michael wearing a brace. So that's not only Michael's statements and other people's statement that he was in bed, but the concierge at the hotel described Michael going up in the lift. So we don't accept what's getting said there.
It just shows you how the Chinese whispers, if you like, of the internet can get around. It goes from a friend of Michael's climbing up to the next balcony to Michael himself shimming up the drain pipe.
Well, without a doubt, there's always those people that think there's no smoke without fire. And I'd say that 80% of the people in this city know Michael Shields is innocent, but there's 20% who'll always have a doubt, and that's why we will continue the fight to make sure that the other 20% are convinced, because it'd be very easy for us, very easy just to turn around and walk away now. Michael's out of prison, but the fact that we're determined to prove his innocence, and if it's necessary go back to Bulgaria, I hope convinces people of the strength of feeling from Michael and from his family and from myself to prove his innocence and prove to them that the old adage about smoke without fire is a nonsense in this case.